all week hearing about Miami and Messi and all the star power.
Mm-hmm.
How good did that feel to go out and get that win that way?
Felt good, especially in front of the sellout crowd. It's something that we emphasized the whole week. We knew we'd have a lot of fans in the building, and this is something we wanted to do for the fans. So it was a good game, but we still got one more game.
I don't want to say something to prove, but is there a message sent there that the little team from Vancouver can hold its own in the big league?
Yeah, it's always been our identity. We don't expect much from anyone. We know we're good players, and we just want to go out there and win.
Sebastian, I was impressed with the discipline of your team positionally and the fact that everybody stuck to the plan. Was that a factor in what happened tonight?
Yeah, I think that's been our motto the whole season, sticking together, and whatever happens, we have each other's back. So that's something we've been doing for a while now.
Have you scored a bigger goal in your career?
Don't think so. Big, it was pretty close to the goal, so maybe it wasn't that big, but I think to the moment it was pretty special.
And how important was it to get the clean sheet?
Huge. I think our back line today was incredible. Tristan, Ronco, Eddie, Tate, these guys have been solid all year, and for them to step up, Yohei's, they were all really good. So it was a good team performance defensively.
Sebastian, you had a record-breaking crowd here in MLS history. How was the atmosphere for the fans today in the wake of this massive win?
Incredible. It was incredible. Sold out crowd. This is what you want to play as a player. Seeing all these fans in the building, regardless who they're cheering for. They're here, and that's all that matters. And special moment in Vancouver for sure.
I think going into the second leg, this 2-0 lead, knowing that you have that advantage, what kind of confidence does that give you ahead for the weekend's match, and then obviously the away leg next week?
Yeah, I don't think it. I think we just got to keep playing the way we're playing. It doesn't mean we have to sit back. I think we're gonna still be aggressive and still go get our goals.
Talk about the way you guys took advantage of those moments. There were times you played in big games like this, and sometimes you guys talk about how well you played, but just couldn't get those moments. Do you feel that experience is paid off today?
Yeah, I think this is it's a new year, and this is a new group, and we've all came together and realized that we're good enough to win these games, and it's no more losing at the last second or not kind of getting over the line. This is who we are as a team, and we've got to keep doing this going forward.
You mentioned Tate, and what do you make of not only his game but his maturity and growth as a player in just a short amount of time?
I don't think I've seen anything like it. I think he's literally from college 6 months ago. It's really incredible playing against one of the best players ever and holding his own and looking comfortable, looking like he's been playing for the last 10 years. So he's someone that I'm excited for, and I just want to see him keep doing well.
I guess it would have been easy to focus on a guy like Messi, but did you guys talk about that, not to get focused on him and to make sure that you played the game?
Yeah, you have to focus on him a little bit. You have to always know where he's at, and then it's about executing what we want to execute. It's less about making sure he's stopping him. It's we want to do what we're good at, and I think that's what we did today.
Have a little bit less possession than you guys are used to. What was that adjustment like against Miami?
Yeah, they're a good team, and it's tough to have the ball that much, but I think for not, we're not really used to that, but for not being used to that, I thought we did well. I thought defensively as a group, we sat in, and especially with the lead, I think it gets a little bit different, but I thought it was a good performance defensively.
Seb, there was a lot of pink jerseys in the crowd tonight, but when Messi got the ball, they were booing. What did you make of your home fans showing support more for the Whitecaps and not at all for Miami?
Yeah, I don't think, he's still one of the greatest players ever, so, I still, you have so much respect for that guy and what he's done for the game of soccer. Messi's an incredible player, so whether people boo or not, we're just happy to have the fans here and to put on a performance tonight.
Your team has an advantage playing on the pitch there. What did you make of that tonight? It looked like Miami had some passes that went askew and some timing that was off. Do you think there was an advantage being able to practice and play on that a lot more than you did?
I think anytime you're at home, it's an advantage. So I think that's all that matters, the atmosphere, and we're used to this. I think any team when they play at home, that's the advantage. So yeah, I think that's it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks.